I was a part-time master's student at the Singapore University of Social Sciences, and these are the 4 factors that help me juggle work, studies, and my personal life. For context, the Master of Adult Learning I was enrolled into was coursework based with no exams, and lessons were only held on Saturdays, but it was 8 hours worth of lessons. The first factor was I had an interest in the course. I'd done badly in my studies my whole life, 196 points for PSLE, 31 points for O-levels, and a 1.8 GPA for my undergrad degree. But these experiences got me interested in adult learning and education, which also led me to work in the education sector. It's a lot easier to stay motivated when you have an interest in what you're studying. Second, I only decided to enroll after being settled into my job. I had systems in place to streamline my work so my attention could be focused on my studies. Third, I had a good support system which included classmates and colleagues. As the first batch of students in the program, my group of classmates ended up being quite close. I sometimes had to run events for work, and once when I missed a class, my classmates helped me out by taking notes and made sure I was up to speed. So the vibe of the class was not that cutthroat, and my classmates were willing to help each other out. And at work, I had the good fortune to have colleagues and bosses who let me schedule the work around my studies. For example, I would cover events that happen after work hours on weekdays, while my colleagues covered the events during weekends when I had lessons. It kind of worked out for my colleagues also because working on weekends allowed them to claim off in lieu, but I wasn't eligible to do so for working on the weeknights. So yes, there are actually sacrifices to be made. And the fourth factor was that SUSS was set up with adult learners in mind. They had a system in the classroom which records what was shown on the screen and the lecturer simultaneously. To ensure you can hear the lecturer in the recording, all lecturers actually wear a microphone during the lesson. These recordings were made available in the student portal for my review. The course was also modular and stackable in the sense that you start off with a grad cert, then do a grad diploma and finish the additional modules for the masters. But what I was really impressed with was the administration for the program. It was very adult learner friendly with many self-service options. In fact, I never needed to physically find admin staff from the time I submitted my application till I graduated. Everything was done efficiently online. For example, when I needed a transcript of the modules I had completed, I didn't even need to email the university admins. There was a system within the student portal which allowed me to instantly generate a digital copy of the transcript. If you are also a part-time student, share your tips on how you juggle your work, commitments, and your studies in the comments.